the bootleggers. Forgive me as I wait for my speaking capabilities to return to me. I have had my coffee provided by Lowlife, and we are off. Looks like defense is starting off strong. We've got Lizbeth and Choke trying to fight off Artuso, but Artuso is skating out fast. Approaching the first scoring pass, trying to find the outside line, dances around it, but is knocked out. That is number 28, Lizbeth on the recycle. Fulindra is out. Artuso takes a hip check to Shark and calls off the jam. We've got 3 points for the Bruteleggers, 0 for the Sexpos in our first jam. Up next on the line, we have Mercury for the Sexpos and Princess Punch for Bruteleggers.
Cannot get that to work. We have Mercury up against Princess Punch in this jam, and it looks like the Sexpos already have a player sent to the box. It's going to make things a bit harder. Meanwhile, Mercury is battling at the front of the pack to make it through the tripod. The Sexpos managing on their own quite well. Getting pushed to the front of the pack. Princess Punch managing to make it past. And that is lead jammer awarded to Princess Punch and the Bruteleggers.
Protocol commotion sent to the box for Montreal.
And it looks like we have a star pass. Lucien, 8888, with the star. Battling past all of the blockers.
Big cheer from the home crowd as Lucien takes the star. MX Merrick is also in the box for Montreal, sponsored by La Boîte Thérapeutique for all your kinesthesia physiotherapy needs.
Kinesiology.
In the time it took us to figure out the pronunciation of that word, Princess Punch has scored 8 points for the Bruteleggers, called off the jam, with the Sexpos snagging a point of their own. It looks like the penalties from that last jam were a forearm on Protocol Commotion, and 103 MX Merrick got a directional. The Sexpos will start with one fewer jammer, giving the Bruteleggers a pack advantage. Merrick is standing, however. We have Raging Radish raging on the line for Montreal, and Dirty Meeks for the Bruteleggers. Let us know in the chat who you are rooting for this game. It promises to be a good one if it is anything like the matchups we have seen this week. The Sexpos have had a very strong showing in their games against Tri-City and Denver Bruising Altitude alike.
Absolutely. Raging Radish taking the lead. Looking to score some points. Quickly manages to pass through the pack.
We have 2 players from the Bruteleggers in the box, including their jammer, Dirty Meeks. And what a powerful power jam this is. The Bruteleggers tripod is hard at work. But Radish works harder, getting out of the pack once more.
The Radish is raging.
Very radical, too. You know, like a surfer way, like radical.
Yeah.
Radical radishes. Some light wordplay for your morning. But words are not the only thing we are playing. We are also playing Derby.
There is Derby afoot, or a wheel.
Got Gruesome Gracie for the Sexpos versus Artuso for Bruteleggers. A reminder that Artuso is a jammer for Team Canada.
I took a look at the raffle table between games, and the wheels, the Roller Bones wheels, Nitro, they are metal hub wheels. So if you want to roll in style, go down to the raffle table before 2:30 p.m.
I believe it's $5 for one ticket, which is a pretty good deal if you have a chance of winning a whole new set of skates, a whole new set of wheels. Those things are expensive. I believe it is the price increases incrementally for bundles, with $10 for 5 tickets and a lot of tickets for 25. We are tied 13-13 so far, though of course that is not going to last. We have Snack Daddy jamming for Montreal.
Ooh.
And number 002, Dr. Jones, on the line for Royal City.
Shark being sent to the box once more. Forearm and illegal position, I believe.
The forearms were illegally positioned. Oh, it was a forearm for a Shark. We have Snack Daddy fighting against Hank Bears, making it through. Snack Daddy lead jammer, Red Raven jamming for the Bootleggers.
It looks like Red Raven actually tossed the helmet cover back to Artuso in the box. It is now sitting just outside La Boîte Thérapeutique, and Red Raven is back to blocking pivoting.
Hank Bears doing a great job making sure that Snack Daddy can't take that line. As someone who was Snack Daddy's teammate, you do not want to let them go for those big jams.
No. They just build momentum.
You have a strong Bootleggers tripod over here. And a Montreal tripod up front. We've got bridging going on. These packs are getting spread apart. And slowly, the packs begin to disperse. Snack is at it again.
Up to their usual tricks.
Don't let their innocent little name fool you. Snack told me that they are named after Smack Daddy, a former Montreal roller derby player, but felt that they were not threatening enough to be as forceful as Smack, so they are Snack Daddy.
We have an official timeout being called.
Yeah, even if somebody's name does not seem all that threatening, do not let that fool you. We have seen great jams from Dirty Meeks this weekend, and they are anything but meek.
Absolutely.
The official timeout is to help the scoreboard. Technical issues are
it
something.
It seems like the Star Pass from the Bootleggers was illegal and may have caused a bit of confusion here between the officials and everyone, I guess.
I believe so. While they are working through all of that, I would like to shout out the officials. For this game, we have Daddy, Adam Smasher, Gorshak, yeah, like the Rorschach test. It's one of those words I've always read but never pronounced aloud. Bibbidi bobbidi boom, Daddy. General Relativity. Dr. Dre. Milkin' Cookies. Catastrophe. Babblefish. Sorry Not Sorry. Big Red. La Personne. Thomas the Dank Engine. Ash Solo. PH Demon. Cheeky. And Mothman.
Big thanks to 888, trusted by Montreal roller derby athletes for top quality protective gear. Their helmets, wrist guards, and pads are designed to keep skaters safe and comfortable. With durable materials and stylish designs, Triple 8's gear helps our athletes perform at their best on the track.
I'm sure many of the players on the track are wearing Triple H right now. And they are also back. We have Fulindra for the Sexpos. I am trying to see who is the bootleggers jammer.
I believe that's Princess Punch.
Again, yep, that is Princess Punch number 44. I was waiting to see the number. Oh, Fulindra is taking the lead on this jam. There was some confusion about the pronunciation earlier, but we have confirmation that it is Fulindra.
It
the
is?
French way. Elle est francophone.
Nailed
She speaks
it.
French. And she has also scored 4 points. Ou 4 points.
6:39, Praying Mantis on the bootleggers, sent to the box for directional.
Right, Lucienne trying to contain Princess Punch there.
Being sent to the box.
Oh. And so is 23 Flying Frenchie for the bootleggers. Lucienne is
Multiplayer
in
block.
on a multiplayer, yes.
I'm sorry, I stole that from you.
We're doing it together. It's teamwork. Much like the teamwork you see on the track right now, trying to contain, trying to do some light offense before Fulindra hits the pack again. Yep, we have Merrick trying to destroy this tripod. That is 12 points for Les Sexpos.
Sexpos working to build a comfortable lead here in the first period. 20 minutes left.
After several games of either coming up from behind or having to fight the ebb and flow of gaining just little by little lead, with games with constant lead changes, what I'm getting at.
Lots of
I'm
lead
sure a comfortable
changes.
lead is exactly what they want.
Artuso on the track, jamming for the bootleggers. Up against Mercury. And Artuso. Oh, Lucien looking to be the final word, but also left the track. Artuso returns and manages to snag the lead jam position.
Artuso has a way of just running out of the pack, like bulleting through, like a shot fired. 9892, that is Hank Bears, is in the box for a multiplayer. Sponsored by La Boîte Thérapeutique. Mercury is jamming for Montreal. Had the star cover off, but the jam ends. That's
2 points for the bootleggers.
Artuso also plays for Queen City Roller Derby, so that is Royal City and Queen City. Very high prestige, I guess. A lot of royalty there is what I'm getting at.
Raging Radish and Dirty Meeks. Raging Radish raging through these tripods. Dirty Meeks stopped by Lucien for being recycled. The Sexpos are strung out and weren't able to reform their tripod effectively, leaving Dirty Meeks able to escape.
Radish calls it off. 4 points picked up there by Les Sexpos. I don't know if we have captioning capabilities here. If it is auto-gen captions, you might be treated to the sex pose. That has happened to us when we watch the regionals live stream.
Like Poe as in Edgar
As in,
Allan
like,
Poe?
Like a pose, like draw me like one of your French girls. A lot of fun captioning miscaps. Well, not fun for accessibility. But Lucien was often transcribed as lotion.
Lotion.
And that's become an in-joke with us.
My favorite was during Lobster Roll. Motley Crude was being translated as Somali Crude.
The
And
Princess
that's
Punch.
Gruesome Gracie on the track.
Gracie,
with
as announced
lead.
yesterday, and is now playing for the Sexpos. It's like 2 points were picked up on that jam.
Some good game sense from Gruesome Gracie to get those points and then call it off.
We have a timeout called. It is my dream that one day all roller derby games are captioned and captioned accurately.
One day, we'll get there.
It would be great for accessibility.
100%.
We also have some player info. Oh, excuse me.
I was just going to say that I'm a subtitles on always person.
I am as well. I actually started with trying to become a sign language interpreter. I respect the profession because it is a very difficult thing to do.
Absolutely.
But I also did work in captioning for 2 years until corporate greed kind of destroyed it.
As it does everything.
It looks like the timeout has ended. We have Fulindra for the Sexpos and Artuso for the Bootleggers. And Fulindra is the first to escape the pack. Artuso is out as well, which is never a good sign because, again, Artuso is very fast. The pack understands this very well. They are skating fast to keep up. Fulindra calls it. Let's see how many points were picked up there, if any.
Two incredibly dynamic, jukey jammers. Quite the head-to-head. Oh, Flexa. Megan Fenway in the chat says, "Oh, I'm loving the Western shirt. 10 out of 10."
Oh, thank you. This was a surprisingly good thrift find.
Wow. Thrift find?
Yes, it's very good quality.
It is impeccable.
We have Snack Daddy versus Dirty Meeks. We have Dirty Meeks out first. And we have this strong Bootleggers tripod holding Snack back. Oh. You want to save that snack for
Dirty Meeks
that's Red Raven
and hitting the pack quite hard and then being sent to the box.
We also have Red Raven in the box as well for a high block. Is this Snack's chance going head-to-head with Hank Bears? Oh, it is actually Lizbeth. It looks like a star pass was executed for the Sexpos.
Meanwhile, lead jammer has been lost. This is going to be a full jam with 1 minute left. Elizabeth getting recycled to the start of the first turn.
Both the boxed Bootleggers have returned to the track. It is no longer a power jam. Dirty Meeks bumped to the outside, forced to recycle. Choke loves to recycle. Very environmentally cautious.
Incredibly
they are.
environmentally cautious. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Lizbeth getting sent to the box for a forearm.
Meeks bumped out on the inside edge this time. Choke trying some chest-to-chest blocking. No, that's not Merrick. That is the Antichrist. Joining. It is always easier to block 2-on-1 than 1-on-1.
Always. Looks
These
like
teams-
Shark was knocked out.
Oh.
Big hit from the Antichrist. And that is the jam over.
Looks like
Artuso
Meeks was
standing
surprised,
up.
but standing up.
Yeah. Or sorry, Dirty Meeks.
They're
Standing
10
up
and 11.
slowly. 10 and 11, yeah.
I don't know if we have any people we can stand in ascending numerical order with. Do we have a 32 or a 34?
Yeah, for real. EVA 17 says getting recycled by Choke is an experience. It's true. We should print T-shirts. I got recycled by Choke, and all I got was this T-shirt.
Oh, indeed. The prize is being very out of breath. Choked off for air, one could say. Artfully. Their full name is Artsy Choke.
Really, Choke is just looking out for all of our heart health. As Zero Fox Given says, you get some cardio.
Indeed you do. And it looks like Jammer that is still Dirty Meeks, is in the box.
There was a cut called on Dirty Meeks right at the end.
Dirty Meeks will have to sit for the full 30 seconds, making it a power start for Mercury and the Sexpos. That's a band name in itself, Mercury and the Sexpos.
For real.
Mercury flies through the pack as if she has wings on her feet. They are not wings, they are wheels, and this is the first scoring pass. Another soaring thing. Now it takes a tussle, goes chest to chest with Artuso. Trixie Hellbent there, help bridging. And that is 48 Mercury on by.
Mercury getting signaled to call it there from the bench.
It looks like Artuso is in for a legal position. Essentially, they were out of play.
Alex Kushner in the chat. Alex Kushner 2112. Ding, 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 ding. Says Meeks is doing stellar work this weekend. Very much so. The Sexpos are very strong this year, and the Bootleggers, Dirty Meeks, everyone involved is putting on an amazing show.
It is definitely not easy. No team can take a breather and rest. Not at all. That's not what they came here for.
Not at all.
I'm not remember if we have shared who else is in the box. The pivot for Bootleggers at the moment. That is La Boîte Thérapeutique penalty box.
Penalty box sponsored by La Boîte Thérapeutique.
We're not going to try to pronounce kinesiology. We have...
Kinesiology.
We have Raging Radish power jamming for Montreal with an assist from...
Lisbeth.
I thought it was Lisbeth, was not sure, hesitated. But Artuso was not... Nope. Dirty Meeks. Again, doing amazing. Not in the box for long. Up against a strong tripod of Montreal blockers.
We have a forearm called against Raging Radish.
It is now a power jam for Dirty Meeks and the Bootleggers. Another great band name.
Meanwhile, no lead position has been awarded at this time. Dirty Meeks does have the potential to gain lead in this jam, I believe.
Just has to make the initial pass, but none of these Expos are making it easy.
Nope.
We have Lisbeth and a tripod. Now we have a very dense pack. But Meeks is pushing, gets a shirt whip from number
255 Red Raven.
Yes, Red Raven with the assist there. Now bracing as Red Raging Radish comes back into the pack. We have some offense from Shark there. It looks like Meeks is still being choked off by Choke's tripod.
Both tripods very strong in this moment. Oh, Artuso.
There's
knocking Radish out.
Less than 20 seconds left in the jam, and no one has been declared lead. We did have that power start, but it looks like no one was able to fully capitalize on that.
Mm-mm. And that is the jam ended.
Scoreless. Stalemate, just like the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
Derby is war!
It's a battle out there.
The battle for Gruesome Gracie and Princess Punch.
Princess Punch.
And it looks like Radish's penalty was for a forearm. Very dense pack.
Yeah, huge melee. Looks like they've split up a little bit.
Very agile blocking from the bootleggers there, but Gracie gets out. Looks like Princess Punch is forced to recycle. Tries to push the tripod. I believe that was a high block that has just been called on Gruesome Gracie. That is a power jam for the bootleggers. Bootleggers try some offense, trying to clear that lane for Princess Punch. Merrick tries a last-ditch effort. Oh, we have a bullet butt from Lucien. Not enough to stop Princess Punch.
Princess Punch signaling the offense for the bootleggers. Unable to... Oh, and that is Princess Punch sent to the box on a cut.
Fun fact about Princess Punch is that she was on Royal City's first WFTDA charter in 2015. She doesn't care how far the game is, as long as she can check out a few birds off her life list along the way.
Nice.
An avid birder, that Princess Punch.
And she can, or they can cut, check off Falcon Punch and Scald Eagle off their
also
list.
Nerdy Birdie from Tri-City
And
Thunder.
Nerdy Birdie.
Let us know if you have a bird-themed derby name in the chat. Join our flock. That jam has ended with 5 points for the Montreal Sexpos and 0 for the Bootleggers. A timeout has been called.
Oh, Montreal calling an official review.
We actually were notified of that. I'm very impressed.
I can just hear the announcer on the floor this time.
It can be very hard to hear in-house. The microphones are very echoey. I have done some on-the-floor announcing for the first time this tournament this morning. Had no idea if I was audible at all, but it was fun. I tried my best.
We're all just doing our best here in the Howie Morenz Arena.
That's all we can do in life. In the meantime, we'd like to give a thanks to Low Life, as always. Low Life Montreal is Montreal's go-to skate shop for derby and park skaters alike. Founded by experienced derby players Monge and Cheese, the shop offers top-quality gear, expert advice, and a welcoming atmosphere that supports skaters at every level. Whether you're hitting the track or the park, Low Life Montreal has it all, including uniforms for derby.
And we're going to shout out the La Ville de Montréal aussi. This event is supported by the sport program of Ville de Montréal, committed to fostering vibrant communities and active lifestyles for all.
We are also sponsored by Santco, proudly supporting our league. Santco is a leading concrete formwork company in Quebec, building solid foundations across Montreal since 1982.
Yeah, our strong concrete tripods brought to you by Sanko.
Indeed, that one scoreless jam, that was Sanko. Artuso giving a power start for the Bootleggers. The official timeout was to challenge the cut call. But that call was rejected, and Raging Radish was sent to the box on the cut. Nope. Or Gruesome Gracie, forgive me. Those alliterative names have me bamboozled for a sec.
May David JJ sent to the box with a forearm.
Everyone's swarming around Artuso. Oh, and Gruesome Gracie is through. So is Artuso.
Artuso with the lead and the choice to call off the jam whenever they want. Does not decide to do so. Has skipped through the pack, picking up another 4 points.
And now we have the call off. That is. Looks like we have 2 more points picked up by the Bootleggers for a 10-point jam to 4 for the Sexpos.
Great jam for the Bootleggers. It could use a couple more of those.
Indeed. The decision not to call it off was interesting, but I want to believe that Artuso felt that she could trust her teammates and get those extra points. We have Princess Punch for the Bootleggers this time, with Snack Daddy for the Montreal Sexpos.
It may seem like the game of roller derby is 2 separate elements, with the jammers and the blockers doing their own thing, but communication is, of course, at all times one of the most important and best tactics to win.
If you can hear the arena audio at all, there's a lot of shouting going on and off the track. I try to be calm when communicating in derby myself, but most of the time it ends up being like, I'm here! Very panicked.
Yeah.
Oh, Princess
Snack
Punch
Daddy
soaring past.
sent to the box.
It is a power jam for Princess Punch. That was a forearm penalty called on Snack Daddy. It looks like Princess Punch is able to get around Montreal's blockers. Lucienne going in for the final hit, but unfortunately has to concede. Looks like the Bootleggers are getting ready to receive Snack Daddy.
Ready to receive the snacks.
They want the snacks.
They want those snacks. Snack Daddy not making it easy to serve them up.
It's not snack time yet.
Nope.
Though that could also be what the Bootleggers tripod is saying. That it's like, it's not snack time, not time for snack to get out of the tripod. Because Princess Punch is still in the back. Oh. Just a little forward now.
And that is the jam.
Another
4 points to 7 points.
Oh.
Okay, never mind. Don't listen to me. 8
Sometimes
points
it takes a moment for the
Sexpos.
score to add it.
7 for the Bootleggers. I almost said Brute Jammers.
The Brute Jammers, they also have blockers and pivots. And anyway.
The whole complement.
Rest assured, a team of this caliber has enough players to play the game.
Absolutely.
We have Dr. Jones for the Bootleggers versus Fulindra. And Fulindra is able to get out quickly. Dr. Jones still juking through the pack, trying to find the line. Got Shark on it. And now we have our 2 tripod situation, both fighting against the tripods with the strength of concrete. Oh, but with an assist from Choke, Fulindra is able to make it out, getting 4 points for Montreal so far. We have a bit of offense. Oh, we have the star in hand for number 255, Red
Star
Raven.
pass.
Oh, Raven, that's another bird.
True.
And I believe there was a Robbins on Tri-City. Plausibly, you could make a whole line of birds.
Absolutely, you totally a flock.
A flock.
One might
just
say. Also, Montreal has a very active queer birding community.
Oh.
So if you are interested, I don't know if anyone has let Princess Punch know that there is a cool birding community here, but perhaps someone can let them know.
Wonder if you find exclusively gay birds.
I just assume all birds are gay.
Mercury is at the front of the pack, but Artuso racing. Both are very quick jammers. Mercury decides to be safe and calls it off. A very fast-paced jam, good sportsmanship between jammers, and 0 points for each team.
We love to see it.
Got Raging Radish and Dirty Meeks.
It looks like Choke is standing in the box. They were sent there for illegal contact. And Choke is now back on the track. Both teams at full strength. Raging Radish, taking the inside line, manages to escape.
Looks like that offense from Red Raven backfired there. That lane cleared up. You have Raging Radish approaching the pack again, tearing through for a scoring pass.
Great pass there from Raging Radish.
Dirty Meeks trying against Mayday the JJ. Choke. And I believe that's Lisbeth.
I'm not sure if that was
It
an
is Lisbeth.
attempt at an apex jump or just Red Raven blocking all the airspace.
Ooh, another lap for Raging Radish. It looks like the Bruteleggers are signaling for a star pass. It is Red Raven's turn to try to make a run for it.
It looks like the Sexpos saw that coming and were able to reform.
Raven tries to do a bit of blocking, but... Oh! We have Dirty Meeks working as a blocker, knocking Raging Radish out, forcing Radish to call it off. There's a reason why we practice all positions. Even if you are jamming, you can always pass the star. You can always end up as a blocker. Will affect both teams' regional ranking. Both teams are in the northeast region of the WFTDA.
Oh, cool. Rankings.
Yes. Currently, I am looking at my stats here. In North America East, the Sexpos are rated 16th in the region, and the Bruteleggers are rated 24th. They are not... The Bruteleggers' first game against Denver B is their first step in the global ranking, so as of yesterday, they will have been ranked globally.
Very neat. KJ Warner in the chat says, Little Meeks coming with the big hits. Absolutely. Little Meeks
And that was a great block.
dropping some big hits. Also, as they were coming back on the track, I noticed their water bottle is as big as they are.
Gotta stay hydrated.
Shout out to hydration.
Big shout out to water.
Yeah, love it. Biggest sponsor.
Sponsor of staying alive.
Sponsor of the human body, water.
We really owe it to water. O being the French word for
Little
water.
French pun there.
Every time I try to make a bilingual pun like that, neither French nor English speakers get it because no one's brain is trained to hear it.
It's a secret third thing, and we have Artuso taking the lead in this first jam of the second period.
Fulindra is still stuck in the pack for Montreal. Oh, got a big pile up on the outside line.
Oh, Artuso staying in with some 1 2-foot hopping. Oh, and it looks like they weren't as in as they thought. I believe that was a cut.
It was quite an impressive split there, making sure that
I
you
think
don't.
they might have actually been in. There was only one hand that ended up exiting the track.
I'm curious about that now, but it's not my place to say.
Yeah.
That is 4 points for the bootleggers on that jam.
Sexpos unable to pick up any points.
We have Mercury for the Sexpos this jam, and we have Princess Punch for the bootleggers. They are off. Once again, we have our very dense packs. It looks like an inside line has cleared. Oh, and Princess Punch is out. I cannot actually see Mercury where I am. Looks like Mercury is very deep in the pack, trying to make it. Oh, goes on the inside, tries the inside, but is blocked by number 107, Rottweiler. Now Mercury manages to make it through, but
Finding
just
that
as
inside
Princess
line.
Punch picks up some points and calls it off.
The bootleggers not letting the Sexpos run away with this.
Nope. They've got legs too.
Yep.
Trying to pun on bootleggers. They've got the legs to stand on.
Absolutely.
And skate on, of course. Dirty Meeks having those legs. And Raging Radish, our favorite raging vegetable.
Managing to slip past Red Raven there on the inside. Raging Radish taking the lead. Some offense from Lisbeth looking to take out the brace.
Oh, it looks like Dirty Meeks is being squeezed a bit on the inside. Oh, Raging Radish tries to take advantage of the inside line.
Red Raven dropping a big hit on the Antichrist there.
The jam ends there.
Lots of jammers seem to like when their offense takes out the brace, leaving the two butts, while still a formidable challenge. Without that support of the brace, it's like not being sponsored by Santco.
Yeah, it is a good way to kind of shake that tripod, make it into a bipod.
Yeah, sponsored by braces. And we have a timeout called.
An official timeout.
Official timeout. Our amazing team of officials deliberating.
I'd like to give another shout out to La Boîte Thérapeutique, your go-to clinic in Plateau Montréal for chiropractic, physiotherapy, acupuncture, and more. Thanks for supporting Montreal Roller Derby and helping keep our athletes in top shape. I'm realizing that I struggled so much to say kinesthesiology before, and it is not even in our ad read, so all of that was for naught.
You just threw that in there.
I won't say if I practiced on the intermission or not. Whatever makes me look cooler, you choose to believe that. We are also proud of the support of Équipe Montréal, a leading organization since 1991, uniting over uniting us over the resumed jam that is about to happen. This is Gruesome Gracie for the Sexpos and Artuso for the Bootleggers.
Gracie quickly pushing the Bootleggers tripod to the limit, getting recycled a little bit. Meanwhile, Artuso is stuck in. Oh, and some timely offense by 639. If I can find on
that is
sheet.
Praying Mantis from the Bootleggers.
Thank you.
Gruesome Gracie is out. Both know that containment is the name of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie's got a gun doing some solo blocking on Artuso there. Artuso going to the bot therapeutic penalty box.
Lucien looking to plug some holes and maybe dropping a little bit of an elbow in someone's face.
Oh.
Crazy things can happen on the track.
That's why you want a good helmet.
Yep. Shout out to 888.
Thank you for supporting our teams. There's some Gracie caught in that tripod of Trixie Hellsbent. Oh. Now the support person. The Bootleggers going all in on defense, but Artuso has returned to the track. Gracie being forced to recycle. Sexpos are trying to contain Artuso, going all in on defense. Defense is the name of the game this matchup.
Merrick managing to knock Artuso out, recycling them to the back of the pack. Ooh, great catch by Merrick. Having some quick and dynamic blockers is always nice to have a diversity. You want your people who are just gonna lock it down, and other people who can run and catch people as they escape.
It's also important that you are in constant communication with your team, as the plan you make at the start of the jam is often not the plan at the end of the jam, or even before the jam starts. You always got your plan A, your plan B, your plan XYZ.
C and plan Derby.
Oh, we've got an attempt to run on the outside line for Snack Daddy. He's forced to recycle.
It looks like Rottweiler has been sent to the box.
Bit of offense from Lisbeth there, but some strong blocking from the Bootleggers. That is Red Raven. Is keeping Snack contained. Keep Snack in the pantry.
Sexpos managing to lock down Dr. Jones.
They've paged Dr. Jones.
Meanwhile, Snack Daddy fighting against Hank Bears and manages to get out.
And a Bootlegger has gone to the penalty box. I am attempting to read that number. 31 has committed a forearm. That is Destroyer. Meanwhile, we have a Montreal player in the penalty box.
That is Leanne T. Christ.
That is also Snack fighting for their life against that strong Bootleggers tripod. That's Red Raven, Hank Bears, and 107 Rottweiler. Up. Well, Choke, May David JJ, and Lisbeth are containing, were containing Dr. Jones. They've stuck back again.
Seeing some great work from the Bootleggers tripod, really exemplifying that formless quality of the tripod, where you can readjust and catch the jammer wherever they're going to try and go.
Indeed. Snack was held back that jam. We saw some great one-on-one, two-on-one blocking. The transition between that was very seamless. I'd imagine that the Bootleggers are communicating very well.
Yeah. So important, especially going into the second period. Once you've kind of sussed out how the other team is approaching the game.
figure out your strategies.
Yeah.
Figure out who needs to be sucked back on, who needs to have a strong...
You always want to know who needs to be sucked back on.
Oh, yes. You don't want to give certain people any space.
Zero space, zero speed. As the Bootleggers are showing Falindra, normally a jammer who is incredibly dynamic.
Oh, it looks like
trying to take out Princess Punch.
Princess Punch has committed a track cut, perhaps. Waiting for clarification. Oh, no.
No, just
was forced to recycle,
recycled.
preventing a track cut. But that was some good toe stop work.
Falindra. Oh, Princess Punch had the lead there and called it off. Mercury lining up for the Sexpos.
That is, I believe, Dr. Meeks.
Dr. Meeks.
Not Miss...
Dirty Meeks.
Dirty Meeks. I'm confusing with Dr. Jones.
And we have a timeout called. 10 minutes having passed in this, the second period of our 9th game today.
Yeah, we haven't had any high-scoring jams yet. It's been pretty much a battle of attrition. Neither wants to let the other jammer succeed.
Doing everything in their power to make that as hard as possible.
An interesting fact about Dirty Meeks is that Dirty Meeks runs marathons and uses her runner mindset as a jammer. I think you can definitely see that in the moves on the track. I have a lot of respect for that because I absolutely hate running. It is my least favorite form of exercise.
Yeah, I can only imagine what it'd be like to add people trying to stop you into the mix.
It's an exciting challenge for the runner. If running a whole marathon wasn't enough for you, try doing it on wheels and with people actively fighting against you. Oh, we have the tag team of Lizbeth and Mercury getting Mercury out pretty quickly.
Yeah, opening up that can.
Dirty Meeks fighting against another strong Montreal tripod. Oh, both take a tumble. That is the Antichrist and Dirty Meeks. You have Shark and Choke locking off Dirty Meeks as well. And now we have Mercury stopped on the scoring pass by Brute City.
Oh, some timely offense by 89. Built Ford Ruff, allowing Dirty Meeks to escape. However, Dirty Meeks being sent to the box. Unfortunately.
It is a power jam for the Sexpos. Mercury finding the outside edge open.
And that
calls it off.
That was a cut that had been called on Dirty Meeks.
Looks like the Bootleggers have two players in La Boîte Thérapeutique penalty box. That is their jammer and their pivot.
And it looks like neither team was able to... Did I miss the points being added in?
No, I don't think they were.
No
It's
points
been sitting
awarded
at-
that jam.
Oh, nope. Of course they add it right after you say it. It is... Nope. They added it and took it away.
Raging Radish taking the lead.
Trying to earn the points that the scoreboard erroneously gave the Sexpos. Trixie Hellbent and Flying Frenchie flying in to attempt to contain Raging Radish. Doing a good job of it. 639, Praying Mantis, doing some chest blocking. Meanwhile, we have Dirty Meeks back in the pack. Red Raven rejoining as well. Oh, a little apex jump from Radish, but ends up blocked. Takes a tumble and has to recycle.
I imagine getting knocked out of midair and having to recycle is one of the, just getting knocked over when you're a jammer is kind of rough. But if you're doing it midair, I imagine it's a bit more intense.
I do believe that's the mental block with apex jumps. Whenever you leave the ground, you have to be prepared for how you re-enter the ground.
Absolutely.
All right. It looks like
the entire Sexpos bench calling for Radish to call off the jam.
freezing Dirty Meeks in the penalty box. She is in on illegal contact. Jamie's Got a Gun, number 182, is in the box for a multiplayer, but is standing. Slight pack advantage for the Bruteleggers.
Having a power start here for the Sexpos.
That powerful tripod goes back, tries to contain number 5678, Gruesome Gracie.
Oh. Looks like Gracie just wasn't able to stay in, having to recycle to the back of the pack.
Oh, but finds the inside edge this time and makes it through. We have quite a bit of communication going on there, very spirited communication.
Mm-hmm.
But this tripod is staying. Oh, Lizbeth trying to offer some offense. Pulling the tripod apart, but this tripod is very good at reassembling itself. Gracie out again.
Able to push right through that tripod.
Oh, Dirty Meeks has the star in hand. But the pivot is nowhere to. Oh, the pivot has the star in hand, and that pivot is Artuso. Gracie, sensing danger, calls it off.
Yeah, with those little hops and spins, we didn't even have to really see the number to know it was Artuso.
It's a calling card of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
We have a team timeout called.
Bruteleggers taking a breath, recentering themselves, talking strategy.
It is our third day of the tournament, and we are so glad that you have all joined us thus far.
Absolutely. La Classique Georgia W. Tush on for the first time since 2019. Very happy to have all of these teams here to show off some incredible derby.
It's been very exciting having a lot of teams come from far away and from even a province away. It always makes things... It's exciting when we can come together.
Absolutely.
It is both of our first time at this tournament, as we were not in the Derby Sphere in 2019. We have loved being here, and we love to see Fulindra and Artuso on the track.
Absolutely. Fulindra quickly escaping. Did not give anyone from the Bruteleggers a chance to even try to stop her.
Meanwhile, Artuso takes a bit of a tumble. Fulindra at the front of the pack, pushing the strong Bruteleggers quartet. We have some offense work from Lucien. Oh, number 89, built Ford Rough, leaping, trying to stop Fulindra, but Fulindra is out. Artuso also out.
You never know what Fulindra is going to do.
Oh, it looks like Artuso is in the box on a cut.
Oof.
This is a power jam for Fulindra and the Sexpos. Yep, we've got some communication going on. Love to see it. Trixie Hellbent tries to take Fulindra out.
Unsuccessful. The Sexpos goading 639 Praying Mantis. Thus allowing Fulindra to stretch out the Bruteleggers pack.
And Artuso has returned, star in hand. This is their initial pass. Got a fast-moving tripod there. Fulindra is able to shake them off.
Whip from Merrick to Falindra. Perfectly positioned. That was textbook.
Artuso, Merrick yielding. We got Fulindra calling it off before Artuso can have the chance to pick up any points.
In the chat, Kilopatra555 says, Artuso's past life as a figure skater showing itself. Absolutely. On display for everyone here.
You can definitely see it. There's a certain kind of grace to their movements.
Yeah. Suspiciously majestic.
Suspiciously majestic. Well, I guess it's less suspicious if we have the backstory now. We got the lore.
It's just there was a in the figure skating world there was a controversy where a figure skater was described as suspiciously majestic, and now it just lives rent-free in my head.
We've got Snack Daddy and Dr. Jones. Very quick in succession out of the pack. Snack Daddy tries to go in for quick points, calls it off.
Taking a big hit from Red Raven. Red Raven not letting anything past.
But Dr. Jones was able to pick up a point. Up next is Mercury versus Dirty Meeks. That's caught in the tripod. Got some skates flying out there. But
Number 89, Built Ford Ruff, returning from La Boîte Thérapeutique. Returning the Bruteleggers back to full strength on the track.
and the jam ends. Unsure if that was called off as a timeout.
Oh, somebody lost a mouth guard. It looks like it was Dirty Meeks.
Oh, no.
And if they don't clean that properly, they'll have some dirty cheeks.
It's the last thing anyone wants. Coming up after this game, we have the Skids taking on Rose City. Nope, I am completely looking at the wrong day.
That already happened.
You do as many games as we have, and the schedule just starts to blur together.
Uh-huh.
Coming up is Denver A, Mile High Club, taking on Rose again.
Very cool,
A
very
bit
cool.
of a rematch going on there.
Raging Radish on the track for a power start. Big smile on their face as they make their way, trying to disentangle the Bruteleggers tripod.
Radish loves Derby. Radish has been a player for Yukon Roller Derby up north. And they're just a very happy person. I know that they are very passionate about mental health as well, as they have gotten their MA in, I believe, it's some kind of therapy degree. Maybe drama therapy? I would have to
Very
remember.
cool. Dirty Meeks taking the inside line, sneaking past the Sexpos defenders. Oh,
A bit of a spill there, but it seems to have looked worse than it really was.
yeah. Leanti Christ being sent to the box
That
for
was
a low block.
not what you want.
Never.
It's above the knees or else.
Shark and Lisbeth putting up a strong two-person chest blocking. With Lisbeth being sent to the box, I think that was out of play. Oh,
It's a lot of commotion from the Sexpos bench to call it off, and they do. I know that sometimes if I'm on the track, I am not processing anything anyone else is saying. Someone could be screaming my name, and I'll be like, I'm on my way.
la-di-da-di-da.
Derby takes some time to learn the ins and outs of.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rules, a lot of things to pay attention to.
Yeah, you got to let it sink in over time. You have to steep yourself.
I already feel like I can understand much more than I did when I first started, and I'm only 2 years in.
Absolutely. Gruesome Gracie. And Artuso with the whip on the inside.
That was Trixie Hellbent with the whip.
Some amazing, getting a little bit of air there. And Gruesome Gracie has taken off the helmet cover.
I wonder how good Lowlife's new jerseys are for whipping.
Good question. Some good spring to them, a little bit of snap.
Gotta ask Mange and Cheese.
And that jam has been called off. No points. Oh.
4 for the Bootleggers.
4 for the Bootleggers. Very nice.
We have Jamie's Got a Gun in the box for the Sexpos, La Boîte Thérapeutique penalty box. It is not a power start, but there's a pack advantage to the Bootleggers.
The Sexpos are going to give up the back and take the front.
Trying to contain Dr. Jones, they are.
Red Raven with some timely offense.
Got a spread out pack. Oh, and a multiplayer called on 9892, Hank Bears.
And that's the jammer, Dr. Jones for Bootleggers, sent to the box as well. Power jam for the Sexpos.
Now, Mayday Vijay also going to the penalty box. 3 blockers on the track for each team. Power jam. Let's see if Snack Daddy can make it past. Oh, strong resistance from Red Raven, joined by her teammate. That is number 31, Destroyer.
Red Raven has definitely been a menace for the Sexpos during this game.
Absolutely. The Bootleggers are very good at doing their one-on-one blocking and joining their teammates pretty quickly after. I see some good 1 walls becoming 2 walls.
And a highly, perhaps maybe to the layperson, a highly underrated skill in Derby is reforming quickly, cleanly, and if your blocker's already in contact with the jammer, getting in front of them as well. Very underrated skill, I would say.
Yes, you block better when you are in groups, and to get into those groups, you have to remake them.
Block together is better.
Block together. They're like Lego bricks. You take them apart, put them back together.
Artuso flying out of the pack, barely able to stay on their skates.
Oh, very clean skate on the inside edge.
Absolutely. I don't even know if the Sexpos saw that. She was so fast.
They're trying to see her now. Oh, knocked to the outside edge by MX Merrick.
Meanwhile, Falindra has passed the star to Lucien, number 8888. And that is the jam called.
I don't know if Lucien got the chance to pass anyone. 4 points picked up by the Bootleggers. And it looks like Montreal was kept scoreless on that jam.
Six minutes left here in the second period. 157 Sexpos, 60 the Bootleggers.
And
we
a timeout.
An official timeout.
An interesting fact about Dr. Jones is that they have driven across North America on a road trip 5 times. They've lived in Churchill, Manitoba, the polar bear capital of the world.
Ooh.
I did not know that about Manitoba.
I heard recently that polar bear's fur is not actually white, it's translucent.
Oh, yes. It like reflects the sunlight or something, and their skin is black to absorb the heat.
Weird.
Incredible adaptation from those polar bears who are apparently living in Manitoba. I honestly forget that Manitoba exists most of the time, so it's cool to have representation from there. I'm sure Dr.
Absolutely.
Jones could tell us all about it. We would also like to properly thank Equipe Montréal for sponsoring our event. Equipe Montréal is a leading organization since 1991, uniting over 25 LGBTQ+ and ally sports and leisure leagues across the greater Montreal area. Their mission is to create inclusive, safe, and respectful environments for all athletes while combating discrimination and promoting equality in sports. It is June 1st, officially Pride Month, so happy Pride to all of you.
Historically, the month where the gays are strongest.
Indeed. We have Mercury for Montreal.
And Dirty Meats.
Dirty Meeks. Again, we were talking about Dr. Jones, so we were primed to make that mistake.
Mercury able to make it out of the pack.
Open number
And just sliding on the outside.
That is Freddie going to the box for the Bootleggers. That is a directional. Choke trying to slip ahead of Red Raven, but Red Raven is too fast. Takes the star for Royal City, but the jam is called off.
And that's 6 points for the Sexpos. Mercury looking a little frustrated there at the end, but still 6 points.
Yeah, I think it's hard to change course when your plan's in action, you're in the zone, and it just ends.
Absolutely.
That is Gruesome Gracie for the Sexpos and Artuso for the Bootleggers. I have jolted Arte a little bit. A bit of surprise from us, but no surprise that this game is matched. We've got a shirt ride from Artuso and Freddie. Freddie doing some offense on Proto. Royal City looking to help their jammer.
Looks like
Artuso
Gracie in the boîte thérapeutique for a back block.
Artuso as the power jam for Royal City. Takes another shirt whip off of 89, built Ford Ruff. Spins around.
Double spins to escape Mix Merrick.
Artuso skates out, but is back in. Going chest to chest with Merrick. Merrick, a very skilled chest blocker. Gruesome Gracie slips by on the inside edge.
A little bit of misdirection there between Pivot and Jammer.
Indeed. Nevertheless, a very successful jam for the Bootleggers. Picked up 8 points there. You see that the Bootleggers have been whipping off of each other.
Yeah,
Period.
there's been some really good whips this this tournament. It's been really cool to see.
We have Snack Daddy versus Dr. Jones. With Dr. Jones taking lead.
The Bootleggers digging deep here in the last couple minutes of this game, looking to close this point differential against what has been a very strong Sexpos team.
Snack Daddy going in.
And unfortunately, the Dr. Jones has been sent to the box.
That was a high block. We've got Choke offering some offense for Snack. I'd like to mention that Snack Daddy is the jammer coach for Montreal's yellow team. He previously were a skater on it, but recently became a full Sexpo. So I would like to congratulate Snack Daddy on this achievement.
Congratulations, Snack Daddy.
It's been very exciting to watch them absolutely thrive in this competition. That is 4 points for Snack right there.
Dr. Jones trying to take on the Sexpos individually. The Sexpos able to reform their tripod. Snack Daddy being recycled to the back of the pack, looking a little bit winded.
It's a very well executed drawback and rejoining of the tripod. Sometimes if you don't know who's going to do the recycle, you can easily get torn apart. But the Bootleggers hold strong.
Some communication between Red Raven and Dr. Jones. And that's the jam called off.
It looks like we have less than a minute in this game. It's been a very exciting one. We've
Absolutely.
been seeing great plays from both teams, very strong tripods. And overall, I think this is a textbook example of what good communication looks like.
100%.
We've got Fulindra and Artuso on the line. Oh, Artuso is doing a little hop, but realizes that it has taken her out of bounds. Fulindra taking lead for the Sexpos.
Felindra has this amazing ability to be in contact with the blocker, but also moving forward. So you think you're pushing her out. Meanwhile, she's just
Ultimate
stringing
test
you
of
along.
Very misdirection.
Absolutely.
Could be a fun name, Misdirection. If you need a derby name, there's one there. Fulindra calls off the jam, leaving our unofficial score of Sexpos 172 to Bootleggers 70. That was 3 points from that last jam.
102-point difference in the scores here. And this game is contributing to the standings for both of these teams, I believe.
I believe so. I can recheck my notes if we have the time, but we might not. What I would think is incredible is that a score differential like that does not reveal how well both teams played.
No, absolutely. It's not the whole story.
Absolutely. Well, I am Flexa.
And I've been Milkshake.
Ooh.
This
that
is my
imply-
this is this is my last announce for today and for the tournament.
Oh.
I hope you've enjoyed the sound of my yapping.
All right. I mean, our only requirement to be a announcer on stream was to enjoy yapping, not necessarily